Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. Today we are going to be looking at the Banished Breacher Exosuit. Or it's technically just the Breacher Exosuit, but this is clearly banished, so Banished Breacher Exosuit. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure why I'm looking at this, just because I wasn't overly impressed with the prototype, but I was kind of impressed with Johnson's mech. So that, I guess that's part of why I wanted to look at this. The Brute figure is pretty nice, and I happened to find it at a Ross, so that was also a plus. Finding it on sale is always great. I've had this sitting in my studio waiting for me to record for literally months. I think it's been here for like 3 months. So I think it's finally time to crack this thing open, take a look, and we're just going to start off with the packaging real quick. We have the Halo 3 Chief, I believe, because he's got the scar. And then we have like the gold and black Mega Construx logo, because this is back when they were actually Mega Construx. The breacher here, render, as always, which is kind of meh. And the reflection makes it look like there should be print on that side, but I don't believe there should be. And then around the back, Banished Brute, Brute Mauler, the Skyfire, and the prototype, and the alternate builds, which are kind of weird. I don't even know if Mega Construx Beyonders exists anymore. But yeah, fairly standard box. You kind of get to see the whole mech disassembled a bit. And yeah, pretty standard. Alrighty, let's free this guy from his plastic prison. There's actually like dust over on this side because it's been sitting so long. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's like breaking. Not a packaging you can really save, but I do not care. Got a bunch of extra parts. Oh, well, that's weird. It kind of proved me wrong and came apart semi-nicely. So let's see, we've got a bag of parts. Looks like a decent handful of like translucent red. There's actually some nice parts here, that's nice. Even if you wanted to just use this for your own thing. Some more mech parts in here. So you get 2 bags. This is like the back thing. Like so. And then, oh, I'm dropping trash everywhere. Our Brute, and I'm disassembling him as I'm popping him out. Oh, this guy is like nice, classic Banished Brute. All hard edges, full armor. Looks pretty nice. He's got like scar on the one side. We'll look at him closer in a second. Then we have our instruction booklet, which had some glue on it. Looks pretty simple. His mace is going to be the biggest thing to build. And then, yeah, not really much going on in the back. Just the same stuff we saw in the packaging, pretty much. So, let me go ahead and get this built, and we will take a closer look. All right, there's the mech all put together without the pilot in it, so it's a bit gappy. But I wanted to take a look at the Brute first before we get him in the mech. So let's go ahead and get in a little closer. So this guy is your classic Halo Wars 2 Banished Brute. I believe this is the only one that actually has molded red armor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the rest were like gray with highlights. So that's pretty cool. I like that. At first, I was not sure about the sheer kind of plane of red that is the chest plate, because usually these panels up here will have the print. Instead, we have the print down here and kind of in the middle. But it's kind of grown on me. I think it looks pretty nice. It sets him apart from the rest. From this side, his helmet is just red, but on here, he's got like this big silver scar. I think that's pretty neat. Having it on both sides would have been cool, but the Banished are kind of about asymmetrical stuff in some ways. You know, you can see that by his shoulder armor. He's got the big Atriox-like shoulder armor, which still allows fair range of movement. And then the little spiky one that we saw on like the blind bag ones. He's got the blade wrists. And of course, he has the older hands, 4-finger ones, because before we got the 3-finger ones. Underneath, he has the like really feral looking head, no print on it. And then that's about all the print that he's got, nothing around the back. He comes with a mauler. I think I got that right finally. A mauler, not a mangler. That's what it said on the back. Yeah, Mauler. Mauler, not a Mangler. Mangler's from Halo Infinite. Guy comes with a stand. And speaking of Halo Infinite, I wanted to bring in some of the Infinite Banished Brutes to kind of see if this dude could fit in. So here is Craig from the Versus pack. Obviously, there's a lot less red on Craig, but they look decent side by side. To kind of give some more red, we have the Jump Pack Brute, who currently does not have his Jump Pack, from the Garrison pack. I think these guys look pretty fantastic together. This guy looks like he would be some sort of commanding brute. But yeah, those look nice. Those look very nice. And actually, wait, what happens if we switch the helmets? Oh my gosh, that looks really derpy. What about this? Now that's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that, actually. Very interesting. That completes the look for sure, but that's an interesting swap option. And then we have Ignovis from the new Series 17 Heroes, and then the Brute Captain from the Phantom. Honestly, I think he fits in pretty nicely, so you could use this guy, I think, more easily for Infinite stuff than you could some of the other older Banished Brutes, just because of the color scheme. So that's pretty nice. I like that. Overall, pretty nice figure. One that I kind of overlooked because I thought he was boring, but I'd say he's pretty nice. I don't think he deserved the thought of him being boring. He's a pretty nice little figure. To get him in the mech, though, we have to remove literally all of his armor. I really wish Mega had thought of some way to do this without removing all of the armor. I feel like that was not necessary. Like, heck, just make the mech have its own neck and swap the head on. But yeah, you have to take off all the armor. And I mean all of it. Well, except for the helmet. You need the helmet still. Okay, so I really dislike this whole process. It's a pain. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show all of it on camera. Yeah, it's already going wrong. First impressions of this mech are not good. I will say that much. You could click off the video now if you feel like it. There we go. He's done. He can just walk around with that pack on his back. Let me do the arms first. The arms are always the absolute worst. Oh, fudge, I forgot. You had to... Oh, yeah. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Like so. Wow. Okay, it doesn't really want to fit. The arm is so bulky. Gosh, this sucks. I was really excited for the mechs when they were first revealed. But after having to struggle and struggle and struggle to get the figure in, I was not so excited anymore. Okay. He's in. His arms are kind of in place. And the problem is, if you don't get it positioned right, you can't really bend the arms. The Brute arms are really, really just not working so far. I think I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. This is an utter nightmare. Oh my gosh, I hate this. I forgot for a little while there why I did not buy these mechs more. There he is. He is finally in. I wish I could say good things about these mechs, but I have a hard time. So first of all, the chest plate doesn't want to fit on fully, and the Brute can't fit back into the cockpit fully because of the way he is, which means he can't really move his head at all while he's in here. So that's interesting. Also, the instructions tell you to put the joint, see how this joint is? They tell you to put it rotated so that you would move the arm this way, but then you bump this, so I did it the other way, so you could bend more, but that does make it a little bit weird with the shield. You kind of have to move the arm out. I was going to try and put it the right way for the video, but once I put it in there, I cannot get it out, so it's going to stay that way. I do love the shield. All those translucent red and the hard angles, it just looks really cool. I like this center gray because it kind of looks like it's emitting from there. That's pretty neat. The thing kind of just attaches onto his forearm. It's pretty nice. I do like that a lot, actually. The weapon is kind of reminiscent of a gravity hammer, except it's got a short little handle. The detail on here is pretty nice. It's a little on the finicky side, just because you can kind of move it around, move the little pieces around. But I do like it. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe a pole sticking out the bottom to make it look more gravity hammer-esque would have been nice. But overall, it's a nice weapon. It's just posing it in good ways with this, and then making his head look where he's hitting is a little bit difficult, but it's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. It's just I'm having the same issues as I did with the prototype. It's just fragile. The stuff wants to fall off. The joints are loose. It's just not very playable. Now, I mean, I have seen this used to good effect. Multiversal Productions, I can't speak. Multiversal Productions did a stop motion using, I think, this exact mech, and it came out pretty nice, and it didn't seem like it was falling apart quite as much. But yeah, this just, I don't know. It just doesn't make me want to like pose it around or anything. It makes me want to put this on a shelf and not touch it again. And that's not really what you want. I don't know why. The Johnson's mech, I love posing Johnson's mech. It's so much fun. And it uses the same base system, but something about these single mechs just are so much more fragile for some reason. I don't understand. But yeah, I love Johnson's mech, and it uses the same system. It was the first one. Well, one of the first ones, because Decimus got his suit. But it's one of the first ones to use the system. But these ones just don't do it for me. Again, I love the shield. But, I just like the Brute. The Brute is nice, but this is... Well, there you have it. That is the Banished Breacher Exosuit. And I gotta say, I'm not real impressed. I realized I didn't really touch on the print that's on here. This has some silver scratch print. Some up here too, matches the helmet. That looks nice. But in general, I just am not a big fan of these mechs. I don't know why. I expected to really like them. And like I said, I do like Johnson's, but I don't know. I just feel like the fact that Mega made a figure fit inside, like it's a great idea, but in execution, it just didn't work out so well because you have to get the figure posed just so to be able to fully pose it. Like I can't bring the arm in because the Brute's elbow is not quite exactly right. And then it pops the arm off. This likes to fall off, although this looks awesome. Some of these pieces are loose. This is the most loose mech I've ever seen. And these clips are so thin that I'm afraid that if I try and modify this to make it tighter, I'm just going to snap the clip. Again, I really wanted to like these mech suits. I did. But in the long run, I just don't. I just don't. I like Johnson's, and that's about it. So, I can recommend this set if you want a nice Brute. That's pretty cool, but the pieces aren't all that useful. I don't really know what you do with these pieces, unless you just want to make a Brute with really thick legs, like this. So you can do that. But, yeah, it's a good figure. So basically, if you can find this for like $3 to $5, I would recommend it, because then it's worth it. 10 maybe if you have tried other mechs and enjoy them. Anything more, no. I know Dollar General tries to sell these for like 15 and they're not worth 15. I don't know what the aftermarket price is online right now, but it's not worth very much in my opinion. So, bottom line, if you like the figure, get it for the figure. If you don't like the figure, then probably pass and you will be completely fine. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.